welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do testing the test rides. This is a coupe car, this is a podium vehicle, this is the postlude. This is I think I might have said it's a two-door car. And it is $1.3 million, let's just say that. And $982,500 for the trade price. Let's test drive this thing out. Not gonna lie, this car could have better braking, but other than that, the car is alright. But I wouldn't really recommend it. It's not a really good looking car in my opinion, but actually, I take that back. It could have some decent upgrades for what it is. But don't expect much out of this car. I don't think it's gonna win you any races. It's definitely not top 5 material, you know. Anyway, let's move on to the next car. Okay, so now we have the Remus. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really like the look of the Remus, okay? It's a two-door car. This is $1.37 million. $1,027,500 for the trade price. And this car actually has some pretty decent speed. I'd imagine this car would have some decent upgrades as well. So, yeah, I'd honestly recommend getting this car. It actually has the looks in my opinion. Let's move on to the next car. And the braking and turning is also really good on this car too. Okay, this is the Versys. It's a 2-seater and it's $192,000. Honestly, I think for this one we'll just do half the track because this thing is really slow. And I know it's slow. Hey, I take back what I said. This vehicle is definitely not slow. The car does take orders well, brakes well, handles well. The car, why am I calling it a car? It's a bike. So the bike definitely has the performance, handling and turning. But I'll be honest with you guys, this bike probably is my most favorite four-wheeler bike out of all of them. Quad bike, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, I actually have this, and I would recommend it. I think this vehicle has some decent upgrades, so yeah, I would actually get the Versys. Let's move on to the next one. So, just pretend this car is the 9F, as this is the 9F convertible. It's basically the same thing. Anyway, this car is $120,000. I assume the same price for the actual one, which is the 9F, not the convertible. Anyway, this car is a two-door car, sports car. Let's test drive this thing out. I just realized that I forgot to talk about the car there. Anyway, I'm just gonna say it straight up. Yes, I would recommend the 9F. I'm a sucker for old cars. What can I say? I like old cars in the game. That's all I have to say about the car. Okay, so this is the Karmann Ghazal. This is a two-door car, and this is $195,000. Legendary Motorsports, but it is no longer available. Now, this car is going to be in GTA 6. Okay, so I'm probably going to buy it. It'll probably have different upgrades in GTA 6. I hope it has more than what it has now, but let's test this car out, I think. I'm just gonna say it now. Go for the car. It's actually a really nice car to drive, and I think it has a convertible version. Yep, this would be absolutely perfect for Kurt. He would love this car. Anyway, yes, I would recommend the Karmann Ghazal. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what I'm just gonna go with. It's a sport, and I just realized I didn't say this. It's actually a sports car. It should be a supercar. I might have forgot to mention that it actually has some decent braking and some decent turning. Here's why I think Kurt will love this car. That's right, it's a convertible. Again, let's test drive this thing out. I'll go over the car when we finish with the test drive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, braking could be better. But other than that, the car still performs pretty well. The brakes need to be improved, but turning is good. Yeah, the car actually looks good too. I mean, he's one of the few muscle cars that I would actually probably get. Let's actually go over the car now. It's a two-door car, obviously. Muscle car, obviously. $2,295,000, obviously. Let's move on to the next car. Overall, guys, thoughts on this car? Great car. I actually think I've upgraded this car before, and it has some decent upgrades, so I would recommend it. Now we've got the NS X32. This is a luxury car this week. Same thing with the Virgo. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, the Eros X32 is a two-door car. It is $1,499,000, but you could just say $1.5 million. Legendary Motorsport. It's a coupe car, and that's basically all the details about the car. The car takes quarters well, brakes well, handles well. Overall, I would actually recommend the car. I think I actually have it too. But yeah, the car, it does take quarters well, so yeah, I would recommend it. Okay, this is the Zombie Bobber. Let's test drive this thing out. don't waste your time with this. This is a one-seater motorcycle, $99,000, and I would not recommend it. I just don't like bikes. I'm just gonna say it. Don't go for this thing. You can get this thing for free if you own an MC Clubhouse. So don't go for it. I'm not even gonna say it. I will say it. Don't get it. This is a rat bike, but don't get it. It's free from the MC Clubhouse, so don't go for it. This is the Raptor. This is a sports car, two-seater, $648,000, three-wheeler. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, this vehicle has no upgrades, so I'm just gonna say no straight away. Don't go for this thing. It's like the Reaper. Okay, this is the Stinger. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, the Stinger is a two-door car. Okay, this is $850,000 in GTA Online. $1 million in Legendary Motorsport. Okay. Sorry, and Story Mode. I'll admit, this car has its capabilities. It can turn well, handle well, brake well. All that good stuff is all good with this car. But I still wouldn't recommend it. I just don't think this car looks that good. And as you may or may not know, I base cars off of looks alone, and this just doesn't do it for me. So let's move on to the final vehicle of the day. Okay, this is the Marcher GT. This is a two-door car, $1,225,000. What a weird price. Anyway, let's test drive this thing out. It's also a sports classic car. I'm gonna say yes. I think the car has great braking, turning, handling. Everything about the car is great, so yeah, I'd recommend it. If you guys enjoyed it, subscribe.